Hi guys, my name is Amada and today I'm going to show you how to resolve another common task asked by recruiters, software company recruiters. So in this task, the question is given a string called S of length n, which is the English representation of any number of digits in the range 0, 9 in Jumbled format. The task is to find a digit from this representation. So we have two examples. For the first one, we have a string of characters as input, and the output has to be the numbers that form these characters, like 0, 9 in the first case, 5, 7, 8 in the second case. So let's see how we can do that. So as we can see in the code, first of all we have to import all the relevant packages and classes. The buff reader and the exception, they are just for the input and output. Sorry about that. For the input and output, the input streamer reader as well as for the input, the standard charset class to use the characters, and the hash map in the util package. That will be the tool what we are going to use today to resolve the problem. So we have the input called line of type string, so it's a variable of kind string, and then we should initialize and declare and initialize 9 variables of type string from 0 to 9, number 0, number 1. That variables will locate the different results, the different outputs. So first of all, we have to try to check if the line is empty or not, because if the input is empty, there is no result. So we'll have to avoid this situation. To do that, we have to check for each character of the input if there is a character actually or there is not. If there is a character, we just pass to the second part of the code. If there is no character, we just have to leave that space in the map. So once you have checked if there is some input or not, or if the input is void or not, you can start checking each element of the input string and try to see if we can find any number which is formed with these letters. The first letter that we are going to check is the Z, which is part of the number 0. So using the if else statement, we are going to see first if there is Z or no in our string, in our input string. If we find a Z, so if there is a Z in the line string, we should try to check every letter of the string, of the input string, looking for the rest of the letters that form the number 0. So in this case, the E, the R, and the O. And for each one of them, we have to delete this letter. So once we put the letter into the number 0 string, we have to delete it from the character map, hash map. Then then we can try with the number 2, which has an W as second letter, and check if we can find the T and the O. The reason that we are starting by these numbers is that if we write all the numbers from 0 to 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, we can see that there are some letters that we can just find them just in one number. So the 0 is the only number which has a Z. The 2 is the only number which contains a W. The 6 is the only number which contains an X. And the 8 is the only number that contains a G. So that's why we are starting by these numbers. So we can just start, if we make sure that their numbers are there, these numbers are in the string, we can just pass to the second part of the code. So in this case we are going to check the U for the number 4, which is the only number which has a U. Then we have to check for the other letters, F, O, R. Then for the 6, same for the number 6, check the S and the E, and then delete it. Then again for the G for the number 8. And then you just have to check the other letters for the other numbers. It's just the same, in the same way. As we see, once we have finished it with the 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, we have to check for the other ones. The number 1, number 3, number 5, and the number 7. The number 9. You can do that just checking the rest of the letters of each number. And once we find, each time we find the letter that is contained in a number, we have to add it to the string called by that number. Same for the number 9, for the number 7, and for the number 1. And finally, we just have to print all the numbers. So let's check if our code is working or not. Check with the examples that we used before. So for the first one, we have the letter Z, N, E, I, R, IN, N, E, O, and the result is 09, the output. And if we enter the F, S, E, I, E, G, V, V, H, E, E, T, N string, the result should be 578. And that's it. It works. Thank you for watching. Please, if you like the video, subscribe and comment, and take care. See you next video. Bye.